Backing up an existing project with Git couldn't be easier. So the first thing we need to do is create our project in GitHub. So go to github.com and then sign in or create an account if you haven't already, and then click this button here, this green one for new, which allows us to create a new repository. Give the repository a name, which usually matches your project, and then decide whether it's going to be a public repository or a private one. Public means anybody can access it, whereas private means that only people you give access to can access it. Scroll down and we'll skip this step and we'll just go ahead and click the create repository button. So you've created your repository on GitHub, now we just need to hook it up to our local code. Thankfully, GitHub gives us all the code we need for that. We've got two options. We've got the top one here, which is if it's a brand new repository that hasn't used Git before. And then this option here at the bottom, which is for if your project uses Git locally, but just isn't pushed to GitHub yet. Since we're using a brand new project which doesn't have Git, I'll go ahead and copy this. And then all we need to do is navigate to our project in the terminal. You can either do this from the terminal app by CDing into the relevant folder, or you can do it from Visual Studio Code by opening the project in Visual Studio Code. And then if you press this button up here, you can open a new terminal. And then all you're going to do is paste that code and press enter. Okay, so we've hooked this local project up to our GitHub repository. If I refresh this page now, you'll see that the page will change. But there's no code there yet. We have this initial first commit, which contains a README. So all we need to do is commit and push our existing code. We'll go back to Visual Studio Code. I'll go to the Git tab here on the left. Now I'll just press this plus button to stage all of the changes. From there, I'll add some commit message and I'll click commit. And then I'll click this button here and click push. Now, if I refresh my GitHub page, you'll see all of my existing code is there. And that's it. From here on out, you can use Git from your repository and your project is fully backed up.